Now, we are going to move on to our next segment in which we talk about the origin episode takeaway. Previously on the channel, we covered the origins of football in France. Do check out that video over here. So, what should India learn from France? What was maybe one takeaway from exploring their origins? Again, what we might talk about would not be only specific to France. We might observe the same fact in some other footballing nation, and vice versa. But for the sake of these series of videos, we are going to consider the following as the only takeaway from France. Our takeaway is the omnipresence of football. Let me expand on that to make it more comprehensible. As we saw in the origin episode, football is more popular in the north of France, whereas rugby union more popular in the south. And it has been so since quite a while. Now this is the map of the football clubs which play in the top two divisions of the league in France. And as we can see, there are football clubs in zones which predominantly play rugby, which shows the omnipresence of football in France. It's present in every corner of the country. If we were to talk about India, we are one of the few countries with two fully recognized football leagues which coexist. First, we have the Indian Super League, which doesn't have a relegation system in place, akin to the Major League Soccer in the United States. And the other one is the I-League, which has two divisions. If we were to talk about the Indian Super League and where the franchises are based, we can see nowhere to the north of Mumbai and west of Jamshedpur there are any clubs playing today in the league. Now, the franchise of Odisha FC used to be based in Delhi before they moved to Orissa, but we observe that more than 60% of India is not represented in the league. Now, if we talk about the I-League, other than a handful of clubs which are located in Punjab, Kashmir, Delhi and Rajasthan, most of the clubs are based in the same regions shown on the map for the Indian Super League. We do understand that football in India found its roots in those regions. But in order to cross that threshold of becoming a popular sport in the country, football needs to grow or to tap into in these underrepresented regions of the country. European club football has a decent following everywhere in India, and the north of India is no exception to that. However, to be honest, the domestic football structure in the north part of India is a bit underwhelming. So there's work to be done in that regard. We will briefly give you some statistics about football in France, which we didn't speak about in the Origins series. France is a member of FIFA since 1904. It was one of its founding members. Today it has over 18,000 registered clubs spread across the country. France has over 2 million registered licensed players, that is 3% of its total population, which plays football in some capacity, that is amateur, semi-professional or professional. Now, if we were to have the same proportion of people playing football in India, we will need a total of 40 to 42 million, that is 4 crores. So here are our 3 takeaways from 3 football origin episodes so far. Plenty more to come. So that wraps up this segment 2. Let us know in the comments below of what you thought about our takeaway from the France episode. We are going to talk about our football history of other countries, do some introspection along the way as a footballing nation, and most importantly, ask ourselves what India can do to get our time in the sun at the biggest sporting event of them all.